Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Finally, a film that everyone can get behind. It is 1996, that is the year, and horror was pretty bad at the time. Looking back at it, I was about 14 years old and I didn't see this film when I was 14, so don't get on your high horses about that, but it is a great film, and the little Reverend really enjoyed this film so much that, I mean, watching it again, watched it with Mike Hare, my good buddy, over the internet, which is a good thing, and yeah, really enjoyed it. Anyway, I'm the Reverend Luke Edwards. This is Quick Shot Reviews, and if you're wondering what film we're going to be talking about today, it is the movie Scream, the movie that single-handedly brought back horror to the mainstream, and it was directed by an absolute horror legend, and only he, I think, could have brought this to light. Wes Craven is written by Kevin Williamson, although or should I say it's characters based. You know, Kevin Williamson wrote the characters, and I think Wes Craven did the script. 7.2 on IMDb, which is interesting because it is a damn near perfect movie. But there you go, that is my opinion, and it is absolutely one of my faves. I haven't seen this movie for 10 years plus, and I've forgotten how great it was. And you know, sitting there with one of my good mates and just having a laugh about it, and there was lots of references to Scary Movie as well, which we are going to watch as well, and I'm going to do a review on that. Oh, it's so good. The characters, the acting is really good, the casting is fantastic, the kills are brilliant, and it's absolutely inspired. It's so meta, it hurts itself by the time you get to number 3. And it's like a horror movie within a horror movie. They're talking about horror movies and they're saying, if this was a horror movie, this would happen. And it's just so good. If you haven't seen this, if you're new to horror, if you've only just turned 18 and you're looking for something to watch, find yourself a copy of Scream and watch it. It is an absolute masterclass of horror cinema. Single-handedly the film that brought horror back into the mainstream. Neve Campbell, gotta admit, I did have a bit of a crush on Neve Campbell. She plays Sidney Prescott back in the day. Courtney Cox, another one from Friends. She was big at the time, and she got even bigger through this film. Courtney Cox has played Gail Weathers. David Arquette, of course, married Courtney Cox, and I think they're not together. He plays Deputy Dewey. Great character there. Skeet Ulrich, he was shooting Skeet. There's nothing good about who you are or what you do. I thought he played a really good character here. He's actually alright. He plays Billy Loomis. And Matthew Lillard. What do you say about Matthew Lillard? He plays Stu. He's a bit of comic relief here, along with Randy. He's played some very serious roles as well. 13 Ghosts, anybody? We're going to be watching that as well. And played some not so serious roles, of course, playing Shaggy in the live action Scooby-Doo movies, which I'm going to go against the grain. I thought they were actually pretty good. Well, the first one was very enjoyable. Not great. It's not like, you know, it's not like The Godfather great, but you know, pretty damn good nonetheless. Rose McGowan, you don't see a lot of her these days. She plays Tatum Riley, and my goodness, there is a scene in Scream where it must have been really cold because you can see her nips. And what's horror without nips? Jamie Kennedy, of course, plays Randy. Joseph Whipp is Sheriff Burke. Drew Barrymore gets a higher billing than most of these people, even though she goes out in the first scene. Spoiler alert, won't tell you how. It's just really good before the title cards even roll. Boom. And she's on the poster, and she's right at the front of the poster. So you saw the poster, you saw, oh, Drew Barrymore's in this. Okay, that's cool. And then you get that surprise. It's way out there. It's really strong directing and writing. Very brave as well. Drew Barrymore's pretty big at this point in time. She plays Casey Becker. Roger Jackson is the iconic phone voice, and he does all of the movies, including number 4. I'm guessing if Scream 5 ever comes out, he will be doing the voice for that as well. And of course we get a cameo from Mr. Hembry, who is Henry Winkler. Got to mention as well, there is a scene within a scene that is a meta scene within a scene and a meta scene within that scene. It is Wes Craven playing Fred, who happens to be a janitor dressed up in the striped jumper and wearing the hat. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Made me laugh, made me crease, made me go whoa, and then just such a ride. It's so good, such a good movie, so good. A bit about this movie: a year after her mother's death, Sidney Prescott, who is Neve Campbell, and her friends start experiencing some strange phone calls. What's your favourite scary movie? The line that made this film what it was. They later learned the calls were coming from a crazed serial killer. Yes, crazed. In a white-faced mask, Mr. Ghostface is now iconic in the horror genre and in pulp fiction, pop culture. There we go. I knew there was something. Pulp Fiction is also a good movie. And a large black robe. Who wrote this? Looking for revenge. His phone calls usually consist of many questions. Blah blah blah. Yeah, and he chases all the teenagers around. Standard stuff. Very much like Freddy from Nightmare on Elm Street. And it's just such a good film. I could watch Nightmare on Elm Street over and over as well. This film, I mean, I don't watch it over and over, but I'm definitely going to revisit it more often than I have done. I've got a 3-disc DVD set, and it is well worth the money. And there's a big end scene as well. Interestingly, it was filmed in California, based in California. Woodsboro, I think, is fictional. Yeah, this film single-handedly brought the horror genre back into the modern era in the 90s. Fresh take on an old formula. What can you say? There was lots more that came and followed suit after that. Much like Halloween, which Wes Craven was quoted as saying that he really loved the Halloween franchise. With Nightmare on Elm Street coming a little bit later. I'm going to give this film, and if I was doing numbers, it would definitely be around 8, 9 out of 10. It is damn near perfect. There are a few little things, and it's so meta it hurts. I'm going to give this a bumbling killer out of a rules to survive a horror movie. And if you don't know the rules, here they are. Rules to successfully survive a horror movie, according to Randy. You may not survive the movie if you have sex. Yes, I said the S word. You won't survive the horror movie if you drink or do drugs. And thirdly, don't say you'll be right back, because you won't be right back. Or go and check out a strange noise or anything like that. Or don't say who's there, because, you know, there's a noise, then don't say who's there. It's just a standard thing. But this film, it brought back so many memories. It's so good. Go and watch it if you've not seen it. It is Scream by Wes Craven. It was a 1996 horror movie, and it's tough to think that film has gone past the 25-year mark now. That is incredible, much like this film. I've been the Reverend Luke Edwards. This has been Quick Shot Reviews. You are the Cheap Shot Nation, and I will see you next time for more Quick Shot Reviews.